Hey YouTube, how y'all doing? I know I've been missing in action, but I'm here and I'm making it. Oh, before we get started, if you're not 18, get the phone to your mama, tell your auntie I said like, share, subscribe. How your grandma doing? So I had somebody hit me up on the Instagramular, and they said that they had a toy stuck in them, and they wanted to know how to get it out. So I told them. Well, first I asked which hole it was in. Okay. And it was in the young lady's vagina. And so I told her, well, yeah, you should be able to get it out because, you know, the woman has a cervix and a womb and stuff. So it's not, it's not like never ending like your anus is, like like your intestines. So what I told her to do was like squat, squat and try to push or whatever. But she didn't really message me back after I said that. So I was like, let me figure this out because I've actually never gotten a toy stuck in my vagina. Now I have had a situation where um my butt plug like went all the way in, but we were able to get it out without having to go to the hospital. So just be careful because once you get something stuck in your butt, it just goes up into your large intestines and it can go into your small intestines and it can really hurt you. And you might have to have some sort of surgery. So Um, don't get scared if this happened to you. It definitely happens to people all the time. It hasn't happened to me yet as far as my vagina go. But I could wake up tomorrow, start playing with some toys, and boom, I have to eat. I have to eat crow because I done got it stuck inside of me. So most of the time if you can see it and you can feel it, then you should be able to just pull it out. But if you can't and it's inside and you cannot see it, and you think you can reach for it, you should try. If not, you may need to get your partner to help you. So in your vagina, if you can feel the toy, you can just grab it. Okay. You might have some temporary pain, but it won't last always. To help bring the toy closer to your fingers, take a deep breath in and then take a deep breath out when you reach for it with two fingers, your index and your ring finger. Now, if we're talking about your bottom, your anus, as long as you're relaxed enough, you should be able to reach in and, get a good grip. However, if you used a whole bunch of lube on your toy that you're using for your anus, it could, every time you reach to get it, you could just be pushing it further and further up. And once that happens, you're definitely going to have to go seek medical attention because you don't want to be, harming yourself or doing something. Okay, so it depends. So let me give y'all a few methods. So this one article on Healthline, I'll link it below. The lady recommends laying down on the bed and putting your heels together, and this can help relax your pelvic floor muscles. And then you take a deep breath in and a deep breath out, like I just told you before. And those deep breaths that you're taking will help activate your nervous system and promote relaxation. And it'll decrease your abdominal pressure, which allows the muscles to relax. At this point, you should be able to reach in with your two fingers, your middle finger and your ring finger, or your index finger, whichever ones you choose to use, and you should be able to stick those two fingers in there and feel inside and get the toy, grab the toy. The key word here is to use fingers. Do not use no tweezers, don't use no tongues, don't use no nothing other than your fingers. Now the second method is what I told the young lady to do, the squat method. So for this, you need some lube. Now, I didn't know that, but I did research. So you need to put some lube in there. That way, it'll be easy to slide out. And then, you bend down into the squat and you use your two fingers and go in and spray it open and grab it. Now, when it's time to grab it, you want to take the squat down as far as you can go down to kind of help gravity push it out as well. Again, if it's stuck to the point where you can't get it out, don't try to use no household utensils to get it out. You need to go to the emergency room or get somebody else to help you. If you have somebody with a smaller hand, I know this is going to be awkward because most men's hands are bigger than women's hands. So that could get painful. But if you can find somebody with a small hand and a small wrist, they should be able to reach in there and get it for you. Now, as far as the butt go, you don't want to take no chances. If you can't get it out, take your ass in the emergency room. Now, if you successfully remove this toy, you need to make sure that you wash it and sanitize it thoroughly. If you get something stuck in your butt, you should do the same. Now, if you manage to pull it out and you have something like bleeding or some sort of tearing, I would say definitely go, don't wait it out. Go to the doctor just to make sure because your, genital area is very sensitive. So you really want to be careful with how you're handling it. You don't want to scratch the inside of your vagina. You don't want to scratch the inside of your anus. It's going to be very painful. You could get all kind of infections and it's going to have a bad month. So if you can't remove the toy, go to the hospital immediately. If it's in the vagina, most of the time your OBGYN will just take that speculum and open it up and retrieve it for you, almost like how you get a pap smear. Now, like I said, you need to be careful when you're reaching in there to get it, but all of these things can also happen if you don't remove the toy. So if you don't remove the toy, you could possibly get infections, rips or tears, bleeding, pain, and troubles with having bowel movements. Now, understand that this situation can happen to anybody, and so if it happens to you, you are definitely not alone. Um, just be careful. Now, to help reduce this risk of your toy getting stuck in your vagina and your vagina only, you need to make sure that you're always well lubricated. However, if you want to reduce the risk of this happening when you're having using an anal toy, you might not want to load up on the lube so much, just enough to kind of get it in. Also, look into getting butt plugs with the long bases on them, the long flat base. I know a lot of people like the butt plugs with like the little small heart crystal or diamond or something like that. But if that ends up going inside of you, say you have a little butt plug with a diamond on the end of it, or it looks like a diamond, a gem, and it goes inside of you and you pull it out, it could scratch you. It could have micro tears because we all know that those quote unquote diamonds are fake, and some of them do have rough edges, so they could possibly harm you. So remember, if you don't want to get the toy stuck in your vagina, load up on the lube. And if you don't want it to get stuck in your anus, then do not use so much lube. I hope this helps somebody. Thank y'all for listening and watching. Remember, masturbation is meditation. Go play with yourself.